Right. On Sunday, we'll be celebrating fathers. It's Father's Day. And normally we don't make too much noise about it. But for years, we could understand why. Because we've had some fathers. Fathers. Well, today we'll be celebrating some fathers. We'll be talking about fatherhood. But hey, there's some great fathers around. And the people who can talk about their fathers, and you know that, yes, they were really blessed and they lived the life of real fathers, like my late father, Mr. S.C. Che Auntie, of blessed memory, and a wonderful man. And I love my dad to bits, and I'm sure there are such great men out there. But today we are looking at the real man syndrome, and it's going to be really, really revealing. And you need to let every man sit up and watch this program. My name is Gifty, and welcome to the Standpoint. And let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. This dress was made for me by Ophelia Crossland Design, and my beads and accessories by MHC Matilda Hood Couture. Thank you to them. They've been really, really wonderful. And my hair by Chocolat Hair. My long hair by Chocolat Hair. You can find her on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. You know, some people get jealous when I say chocolate. It's not chocolate, Chocolat Hair. We take a break. When we come back, we'll be finding out who is a real man.
It's a new beginning and a new dawn. The Standpoint, 8 years of impacting women and society by the grace of God. The celebration kicks off with the Women Call to Worship Conference on the 9th of July at Trinity Baptist Church, opposite former IPS. Theme, Woman, where is your faith? Come, let's praise and worship together with women and men of substance who have graced our programs over the years. Performing are Willie and Mike, Wedua, Cece Chum, Becky Bonnie, Cynthia McCauley, Tina Mumford, and many more. The Muslim Women's Conference follows on the 16th of July at the forecourt of GDA Studios, 9 a.m. prompt, under the theme, The Muslim Woman, Promoting Peace and Development. Come deliberate with Muslim women and men across the country. And finally, get your sports gear ready for the 8th Femathon, a walk for peace on the 23rd of July. Venue, Elwak Sports Stadium, Accra. Time, 6 a.m. There will be fun games, cooking competition, and so much more. The Standpoint at 8. Woman, arise and shine. Your new dawn is here.
Mid-dog, what's the day? What?
Odo, why your best my power?
Tinatek tomac mixture. Who be only osani yefuyeri bean yasem. Sana tinatek malakeno so. Etu malaria, tipaye, stress, and unam yao biase.
Free 020-816-0807 and 0276-875629.
Tina 13 euro.
Aye, Busian Chamfa. Lipo! Hi. Content. Neighbor to afford dinner.
LEAP.
Lip tomato paste.
Oh,
what else?
Honey, when it's a little tomato paste, they be an idea. And so be also.
Never. Don't want to say
Madam, the food tastes very good. What's the secret?
LEAP.
Lip.
Lip tomato paste. Emma Edwania de Papa.
For bulk purchase, contact 050-140-1088.
Hello, I'm Amma, and I'm a W Young professional.
My name is Benedetta. I'm a W in business.
Hi, I'm AC, and I'm proud to represent the W and family.
I have access to the best sources of inspiration, an outstanding mentor, career workshops, and more.
I am connected to a panel of professional advisors. I even got a new business partner through a W seminar.
Being a working mother is amazing, and W empowers us with special lifestyle offers, an early saver for the kids, and bank assurance protection for the whole family.
Sign on to W at any Access Bank branch near you.
Get inspired.
Get connected.
Get empowered.
W, inspiring, connecting, empowering.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure you can tell we are in the celebration mode. And remember, this program is also aired on ABN TV on Sky Channel 235, which is across Western Europe, parts of Canada and Asia. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, is powered by Dream Over. We are linked to our YouTube channel. So anytime you miss any program or you want to have a review, you can go there and have a view of any of our program. We have over 200 episodes there. Yep. And remember, in 2 weeks, we'll be marking our 8th anniversary as the Standpoint. That's the 9th of July. We'll be having our Women Call to Worship Conference at the Trinity Baptist Church opposite former IPS, now UPSA. And we will be praying and worshiping and having an awesome time. It's an election year, but our theme is Woman, Where is Your Faith? We know that during election or during any conflict, it's women and children who suffer. We are going to worship. We are going to call on God to come in his totality during this electoral period. We are going to rebuild and rekindle our faith in God. And we know that if we call on him, he will come and save us. So come in your numbers. Let's have an exciting worship time. Now, let me say thank you to our sponsors, Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, the Generator Expert, Auntie Mary Gripe Water, and Mala 2 by Ernest Chemist, Tinated Malacare, and Venicare and Tomacare by Tinated Herbal, Access W, and the Access Maternal Health Support Scheme. You know, you heard about it, and actually next week we'll be having a special program with them, and they will explain it to you, and you'll be amazed the products that they have. So we are sponsored by Access W. Thank you to Lane Tomato, Leap Tomato Paste, Good Tomato, Good Taste, and African Women's Development Fund, AWDF. They support women's rights organizations across Africa. They've been doing this for over 15 years. Well, today we are talking about the real man syndrome. And seated right opposite me, well, not really opposite me, but the extreme left, is Mr. Clement Owusu-kwakye. He is the publisher of the Executive Men's Magazine, and he is looking one hell of an executive man.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Standpoint.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next to him, I have Nana Sewa Osborne, the beautiful Nana Sewa Osborne. She is the CEO of Osborne at Events. Welcome to the Standpoint. Next to Nana Sewa, I have Jude Kweku Anan, and he is with the Man Initiative. Welcome to the Standpoint. And also in the audience, I have Kojo. Kojo Sobo, right? Yes, but people know him as Kojo Randa. Yes, welcome to the Standpoint. The Man Initiative, what's that all about?
Thank you very much, Ohinere. Thank you for the opportunity. The Man Initiative is a platform, is a male advocacy platform, not gender competitive, but gender complementary.
Okay.
We are an organization that seeks to promote the conversation about men, highlighting the many struggles that men from the boyhood bracket up to the senior citizen bracket,
okay.
The struggles that boys have to go through in growing to become the men they become, and the fact that the society we live in has relegated the man in that regard, in terms of discussing the issues that men also go through in trying to help them to grow, to become assets to themselves, to their families, and also to be able to contribute meaningfully to shaping the character of society. So that's what the Man Initiative is about.
I mean, in short, you realize that there was a need to change the status quo.
Yes.
Executive Men's Magazine. Is it a fashion magazine, or you just want to show off men, the macho men?
It's actually a business and lifestyle magazine.
Right.
We are built on 4 main pillars. We celebrate and honor men who are doing very well in the society. We celebrate men who are positive role models and positive underlined, to the youth. We also celebrate men who are lifting the name of Ghana, within Africa and also outside. Okay, and we also celebrate men who are positive role models.
Nana Sewa,
yes.
What kind of relation did you have with your dad, or do you have with your dad?
Oh, fantastic one.
Okay.
Actually, I'm more closer to my dad than my mom.
So you're daddy's girl.
Sort of.
Jude, what kind of relationship did you have with your dad?
A good one, I would say. I was raised by my grandparents.
Okay.
Yes. So I would say I was a bit, far from the inner circles, if I should put it that way. But in terms of relationship, I have a very good relationship with my dad, regardless. Yeah.
And your mom?
Fantastic.
Aha!
I gave myself away.
Yeah. What about you, Clement?
For my dad, no.
Okay.
Not until recently, because I was single-handedly raised by my mom, single-handedly, from primary school to uni, to school outside in the UK. Unfortunately, she passed away just the end of last year.
Okay.
But I mean, for me, I'm a mommy's boy. My mom raised me through and through. But I know my dad. Okay, when I was a teen, she actually introduced me to my dad. And I remember very well, one thing she told me is that I should never, ever lose my dad's identity. So she actually pushed me to go and look for him.
Okay.
He's currently in Sunyani. I mean, I was there with him. He saw me and he was very surprised.
That you went looking for him?
Yes, that I went looking for him. Then I told him that, I don't have anything against him. That's the issue. Because the same mom who told me a lot about him, that he did this and this, the pain that she went through, that same mom told me to go and look for him. So for me, whatever he did, I don't want to know about it. I've just forgiven him.
Right.
And that is when the real relationship was built. I talked to him once in a long while, but anytime I speak with him on phone, I feel that, this is my dad.
Okay. But Clemens... Okay. Now, frank talk, you still have some pains?
Yes, I think so. Because the real reason being that my mom was a teacher. She raised 3 of us. Okay. My brother behind me is with a World Vision. He's doing very well. Our last born is a nurse at Kolebu. I did science in UST. After UST, she took me to the UK to go and further my education for 1 year before coming. All from her meager salary as a teacher. So there were a lot of times I could think that, okay, how about if my dad was around? I was told he was a very wealthy agri-extension officer, back then. I mean, would life had been smoother? Would life had been more difficult for me? But one thing my mom always told me was, in life, do not depend on anybody except God.
Yeah.
Okay, now she's gone. And that is one thing I always remember her for. There are so many kids on the street these days. I really believe that if their father had been just a little bit responsible, we wouldn't have had them.
Exactly the point. So that's what brings me to, let me go to Kweku, then I'll come back to you, Nana Sewa. Is it a perception, or we have real life experiences that make society or make women believe that you cannot rely on a man, and that men are irresponsible, they'll use you and dump you?
Well, men, there are men who are orthopedic pillows. There are
I like
men
that.
who are pillows that will give you issues by the time you wake up in the morning.
Right.
I think that is. I don't think it's a perception. I think they are real life experiences, and what my brother Clement said is a typical one. I have had, or we at the Man Initiative have had the opportunity of meeting quite a number of young people, male, female, who have been raised and are still being raised by their mothers. Now, I personally don't think any man in his right senses would want to abandon, his family or his children. Okay, I'm blessed with a daughter, my princess.
Amen to that.
And the day I was told I was a father, I was the happiest. I was on my way to the airport, and at the airport, they thought I was crazy, because anybody I met, I'm a dad. Good for you, And it's a feeling you cannot describe. So to think of a man,
But quickly, isn't it because you were prepared for it? You were ready for a child.
Yes, I was ready for a child. Okay, some are not, but
once the child comes,
you cannot have an excuse. Okay, no man, as I said earlier, no man in his right senses. Okay, I don't believe in real men and fake men. There are good men and men with issues.
Okay.
That is what I meant by men who are orthopedic pillows, yes. And those who are
you wake up and your neck and your
exactly.
troubles.
So to make the point, it is not a perception. There are real life experiences.
I think society makes excuses for men.
Yes.
So men have also come into a certain point where they feel, well, this is how we are seen, so we are cool. Nana Sewa.
Yes, very true. I remember I had this arguments with one guy about how society make men irresponsible. And we were even talking about cheating. Like you rightly said, if a man should cheat on the wife is normal. Then he passed a very funny comment. He was like, okay, you keep talking and all that. Go into the Bible. At what instance did you see them bring a man to Jesus that he had fornicated? It was always the women. And were they doing it by themselves? No, they were doing it with men. How come they didn't present
the men
also? So that means it's something biblical. So I should accept it. It was very, very interesting. So I was like, okay, fine. But what about the Holy Spirit? What about what the Bible tells us that, in fact, in the beginning, God created a man and a woman. He didn't create two women for one man.
While you're watching The Standpoint, we take a break. When we come back, the real man syndrome continues.
Odo, oyo besuma pawo. Kwasuwa num tinated venicare wati. Winim say tinated venicare. Enum kwane bibidra. Clinically no, ya testing with Department of Pharmacology and Microbiology at University of Ghana on Medical School.
Sir?
Omudu stamp we say bye. Minia, num tinated venicare wati.
Hey, tinated ambassador.
Abuye papa. Free 020-816-0807 and 0276-875629.
Tina 13 euro.
When it comes to your family, turn to the anti-malarial you can trust. Mala-2. Mala-2 is a highly effective artemether-lumefantrine anti-malarial available in syrup and tablets, specially formulated for children and adults. Keep the whole family healthy with Mala-2.
The things you do for me. It's a new beginning and a new dawn. The Standpoint 8 years of impacting women and society by the grace of God. The celebration kicks off with the Women Call to Worship Conference on the 9th of July at Trinity Baptist Church, opposite former IPS. Theme: Woman, where is your faith? Come, let's praise and worship together with women and men of substance who have graced our programs over the years. Performing are Willie and Mike, Wedua, Cece Chum, Becky Bonnie, Cynthia Macaulay, Tina Mumford, and many more. The Muslim Women's Conference follows on the 16th of July at the forecourt of GDA Studios, 9 a.m. prompt, under the theme The Muslim Woman, promoting peace and development. Come deliberate with Muslim women and men across the country. And finally, get your sports gear ready for the 8th Femathon, a walk for peace on the 23rd of July. Venue: Elwak Sports Stadium, Accra. Time: 6 a.m. There will be fun games, cooking competition, and so much more. The standpoint at 8. Woman, arise and shine. Your new dawn is here.
Hello, I'm Amma, and I'm a W Young Professional.
My name is Benedetta. I'm a W in business.
Hi, I'm AC, and I'm proud to represent the W and family.
I have access to the best sources of inspiration, an outstanding mentor, career workshops, and more.
I am connected to a panel of professional advisors. I even got a new business partner through a W seminar.
Being a working mother is amazing, and W empowers us with special lifestyle offers, an early saver for the kids, and bank assurance protection for the whole family.
Sign on to W at any Access Bank branch near you.
Get inspired.
Get connected.
Get empowered.
W, inspiring, connecting, empowering.
Welcome back to the Standpoint. You know, we are supported by Go-Got Yogurt, and Pilco Fruit Juices also supports that. Awake Purified Mineral Water by Casapreco Company Limited. For every bottle of Awake Purified Water you buy, they contribute 1 Ghana peso to the National Cardiothoracic Fund. You know, so you'll be supporting a good cause. Thank you to Matames. They give us the port. Yep, cleaning services. Make sure our environment is clean. And Mac Catering Services and Cake Technique. They always provide us with some food to eat, so we get the energy to record. So please patronize our supporters and our sponsors so they can help keep us on air. Now, Nana Sewa, who is a real man?
Okay.
Who do you think is a real man?
A real man? A male figure that is spiritually, emotionally, socially, and psychologically strong to lead a group of people or persons. A real man is one who knows himself, who has identified himself, what he's worth in society. A real man is one who doesn't shirk his responsibilities and is able to man up to his responsibilities.
You sure your definition is right?
Yep.
In our society, the real man is the one, Charlie, who's flawed some girls, got some money, drives the sleekest car, you know, has some nice house, well furnished, dresses well, you know, can, you know, slap any woman who messes up. No woman messes up with him. You know, you beat you to a pulp, then he's cool.
No, that's why I said you need to be physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually stable. So if you keep slapping and all, psychologically probably you have issues up there.
That definition sounds like it fits an old boy with issues.
An old boy with issues, right? So, but seriously, how do we change the cycle? I mean, break the cycle for me. How do we break the cycle? Because, you know, that thing they say that, you know, it's the curses of the fathers are visited, the sins of the fathers are visited on the sons and all that. So sometimes you see it being done to your mother, being to you, done to your sister, you say you will not do it, but you end up doing it. You find yourself doing the same thing, repeating the mistakes of your father. And it's the same with women, repeating the mistakes of your mother, if you're not careful. So how do we break that cycle?
Thank you. You see, the family is the incubator of society. So if the man is not matured enough spiritually, physically, all the attributes she used, to lead the family, things fall apart. And that is why we are having crisis of masculinity in our society, crisis of fatherhood in our society, because we have men who, first of all, do not know who they are. And if you don't know who you are, how do you even identify your purpose? In the olden days, it was easier to be defined as a man because we're defined by our roles. The man goes to the farm or to work, brings home the produce, the woman manages the home and raises the kids. These days, women have been empowered. And so you find a woman you want to date or you want to marry. You are planning on buying her a house. She has 2 already. You want to buy her a car.
Go, ladies, go.
And the icing on the cake, they own the fridge and the food in the fridge in the house. So then how do we redefine who we are as men? And so coming back to your question, the first step is to educate. Educate men from the early stage, the boy.
Right.
Because the boy today will grow to become a man tomorrow. And the man he grows to become tomorrow is dependent on us today. So education. Yes.
Education.
Yes.
Education. That's what will break the cycle. I mean, Clement, you were nodding, but I must say that we are gradually seeing a new generation of fathers or men.
Recently, I visited my grandmom in the village, and it was very cold. So when I got up in the morning, I wanted to go and bath. Initially, I wanted to just bath some cold water. And she asked that they boil water for me. So they boiled the water, they poured it in the bucket. And I could hear in the room that she was shouting on the lady who was preparing the warm water for me. And I could hear her saying, in Chi, Unim says, a bucket in a ma bucket. A memo, go and change the bucket. So I have to come out and tell my grandmother that, you know what? Those things are... A bucket is a bucket. It is an age-old... so me going to bath in a bucket that is an Emma bucket, it's not going to change me. Okay, so I told her that, look, it's a bucket. You should just pour the water for me to go and go. So I really believe that, the cycle can be broken right from the family. Okay, we need to educate our mothers. Okay, from generations coming, our generation, Kwaku's generation, maybe your generation, the status quo is gradually changing. Because one, women are working the same hours as we are doing.
Right.
They're even earning more. Okay, so that thing of, okay, she's the woman, so she needs to close early to go and cook is no more.
Yeah.
Possibly the man will even close early and you will be the person who have to go and cook.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're waiting for the woman, be there. She'll come at 10 p.m.
Thank you.
Because she's a banker and you starve. So gradually it is changing, but we need to do more. We need to educate men.
Right.
And I think it really starts from the society. It starts from our chiefs.
Right.
It starts from our grandmothers.
Right.
We the young guys, this generation, let's talk to our fathers.
Yeah.
Let's talk to our grandmothers.
Yeah.
Because they are the same grandmothers who are raising our grandchildren.
They will come to their homes and create wahala.
Exactly. So education is very, very key. There should be a national consensus.
That's right.
Okay, that this is what we grew up with. That men are irresponsible, but it is not helping us. That tag has not given us a World Cup.
Right.
That tag has not brought money into our pockets.
Exactly.
In fact, that tag has ruined society. Because there are a lot of people these days in prisons on the streets. If they had gotten responsible dads, we wouldn't have had this situation.
Nana Sewa.
It's very true. That's the reason why we have Emmys Awards. Actually, it's not just an event, it's an institution, we keep saying.
Right.
These is part of educating people and also conscientizing people of the men, of the fact that, sometimes we go on air, we go for interviews and they ask why men are already empowered. So why are we throwing more light?
They are not empowered though. They are just too the
perception. Then I say that I mean, this Emmys Awards is for women in natural sense.
Yeah.
Because we will benefit.
Yeah.
When we are able to let the man understand that, hey, look, if you have a woman who is hardworking, who is forceful, who is intellectually built, it doesn't mean that you should feel intimidated. You should compliment her. You should help her grow higher. You understand? So with the Emmys Awards, we seek to identify men who have gone through different forms of struggle, how they made it from nothing to something. And as part of it, we also have this campaign called the Treat Her Right campaign.
Yeah.
It is all part of the education and awareness we are trying to
Let me take a break. When we come back, we are going straight into the Emmys Awards, and which is happening tomorrow, the 18th of June. The Standpoint is sponsored by Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, the generator expert. We are also sponsored by Tinated Venicare, Tomacare, and Malacare. Thank you to Access Bank with their Access W and their new initiative, that's the Access Maternal Health Support Scheme. We'll be talking about it next week, so you don't want to miss the Standpoint next week. Thank you to Leaf Tomato Paste, good tomato, good taste. And then thank you to NS Chemists, they produce anti-Mary gripe water, and Malatu. We say thank you to them. And African Women's Development Fund, AWDF, they've been supporting African women's rights organizations across Africa for the past 15 years and over. We are so grateful to them. And Sunday is Father's Day. That's why we're doing this. And tomorrow is going to be the Emmy Award for men. And there's some women too who will be honored there. We'll be back.
Neighbor to for dinner.
LEAP.
Leaf tomato paste. What else?
Honey, when you say leaf tomato paste, be an idea. And so be also.
None more say
Madam, the food tastes very good. What's the secret?
LEAP.
Leap. Leaf tomato paste. Emma Edwani de Papa.
For bulk purchase, contact 050-140-1088.
Me ye batain na ba no me mofra pomuden ne waduane die mu a eye mahiasam kese pa Kidix syrup eye mofra mojadura yesum nuane no ahodo pi ade agum enti eboa mofra ne didihie enyini brom fefefe eye mofra ma yare afe no mu ho to wo mo abofra ne moja so atie abofra wa ye malnourished ana abofra ne aduane die mu enkoyie Kidix syrup ye de mofra mo nya abusumi nsia kosi enfie dumie no ubenya Kidix syrup ewo Sons Chemist, Lancer Chemist, Baseline Pharmacy, and as a pharmaceutical shop will be a mo. Shanuswo, Jukat Pharmacy at Jumekwo, Ja Ewoka Swa, and a dia beja so. Opedoso Pua Fre 0244 560 296. Kidix syrup, a yamo from Jedro Papa.
Hush, my little baby.
For babies' tummy pains, minor digestive upsets, or teething, caring mothers everywhere use Auntie Mary's Baby Gripe Mixture. It's quick, effective, and sure to leave babies smiling again in no time. Auntie Mary's Baby Gripe Mixture from Ennis Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
The things you do for me.
It's a new beginning and a new dawn. The Standpoint, 8 years of impacting women and society by the grace of God. The celebration kicks off with the Women Call to Worship Conference on the 9th of July at Trinity Baptist Church, opposite former IPS. Theme, Woman, where is your faith? Come, let's praise and worship together with women and men of substance who have graced our programs over the years. Performing are Willie and Mike, Wedua, Cece Chum, Becky Bonnie, Cynthia Macaulay, Tina Mumford, and many more. The Muslim Women's Conference follows on the 16th of July at the Four forecourt of GDA Studios, 9 a.m. prompt, under the theme The Muslim Woman, Promoting Peace and Development. Come deliberate with Muslim women and men across the country. And finally, get your sports gear ready for the 8th Femathon, a walk for peace on the 23rd of July. Venue, Elwak Sports Stadium, Accra. Time, 6 a.m. There will be fun games, cooking competition, and so much more. The Standpoint at 8. Woman, arise and shine. Your new dawn is here.
Welcome back. This program is also aired on ABN TV on Sky Channel 235, which is across Western Europe, parts of Canada, Asia, and North Africa. We say thank you to Dream Over, who power our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh. My cloth is by GTP, 50 years of styling the nation. My beads by Matilda Hood Couture, MHC. And of course, my dress was sewn by Ophelia Crossland Design. Thank you to all of them. Paba Cosmetics, ever faithful, loyal Paba Cosmetics. They've been supporting us for the past 6 years. Yes, 6 years. And we are grateful to them. Loyalty these days is hard to come by, but they've stayed true to us, and we are grateful. Makeup and More apply the makeup for us. My hair is by Shokula Hair. Let me go to the audience and speak to Kojo. Kojo.
Hello.
So tomorrow is the D-Day.
Yes, definitely.
And we've been touching on the Emmy Award. Is it Emmy Award
yes,
or Emmy? Emmy Award.
Yes,
yeah.
but we
what
simply,
is it about?
The Emmy Awards, it's exclusive Men of the Year Awards.
Okay.
And it's basically to celebrate great men. Men of steel, men of honor, men who have whose passion and dedication has contributed to the progress of the society, of the family, of the nation.
What will go into determining who deserves the award?
We have a very able faculty, of which your distinguished self is part. Yeah. We also invited nominations from the public, and then the award secretariat has also did their very good research to get men in the various categories that we have very well defined. Our criteria for the awards, we have 3 main points that runs through, and that the person should be a team player, it should be a pillar of society, and deference to women. There are very 3 important points that runs through all the criteria. So we're making sure, and that is why we didn't go into our little corner to say we are honoring this man or that man, but we put together people who are notable, who are level-headed, who are very knowledgeable, who also know people, to come together and help us in the selection process. And so a lot of research, goes into who should be nominated for the award. And of course, we've involved the public, and I'm sure that if somebody is good, or somebody is bad, the public will know, because we live in a society. Okay. And that is why we have involved the society as well. Exactly.
So the event is tomorrow.
Exactly.
Where is it taking place?
It's at the State Banquet Hall.
Okay. Is it strictly by invitation?
No. It was going to be strictly by invitation before, but we realized that it's an opportunity for the young girl at home. It's an opportunity for the wife. It is an opportunity for the workers in a company or a business to celebrate their boss, their father, for being an exemplary man, or for being an extraordinary man. So if you say we're going to do an invitational, we're going to cut some people out. So we're going to sell a little portion of the ticket so that somebody can celebrate their dad.
Okay. So today is Friday.
Today is Friday.
The 17th.
Yes.
Is it too late to get a ticket tomorrow morning?
No, it's not.
Where can you get a ticket?
They can call 0561660991.
Okay.
And we'll give them the directives to get a ticket.
All right. Thank you very much.
You so much
I think that's a laudable idea. But Jude, in conclusion, do you think this will change anything?
You see, we are used to watching movies American movies with superheroes and Batman, Iron Man, Superman, all these men, even with their superhero capabilities, are men.
Yeah.
Means that even though they are still, clothed and are still subject to the limitations of masculinity, they still rise up to the challenge. And what makes them stand out is their ability to selflessly dedicate themselves to making society a better place.
Right.
In our society, not all superheroes come in suits.
Okay.
Our superheroes are our fathers, our uncles, our brothers. And so we need to be able to identify some of these people, encourage them to do better than they are doing now so that they can be role models to us, the younger generation, to become better versions of ourselves for the betterment of society.
Okay, I remember I had a program with some pastors' wives, and I was asking, one of them said, Gifty, my husband, he's a man before of God. He's a man before of God. So yes, sometimes he does things that are not right, I guess we're not looking for perfect men, but men who are disciplined enough to control themselves and to be human beings, be compassionate, be determined to change generations.
Yes.
Clement, in conclusion.
I think there's an adage that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. With the Emmy Awards coming up tomorrow, we will not be able to change the concept, the misconception in a day, but gradually is the first step. There's been a lot of mini events prior to this event that we are, like Nana said, we've conscientized men that we need to be responsible, we need to treat our women right. So it's the first step in the right direction. And we know as the years go by with education, with the Man Initiative, the whole status quo will begin to change.
Thank you very much for sharing with us. And we'll take a break. When we come back, I'll give you a bit of me. It's about time men sit up and get it right. Because yes, I buy into it. When men get it right, it will be a much better society. What we do as women, fighting for equality, fighting for empowerment, fighting for equity, what we are looking for is not power. But unfortunately, we need power to get what we want, because the men have failed us for too long. So we need to take the power to take our rightful places. But if men will be men and live the way they are supposed to live and allow women to be who they are, where will the problem be? Where will this fight for equity and empowerment be? Because it will be natural cause of justice or natural cause of life. Today, I pray and hope that it will be a new generation, a new turn of events. We are all going to change. So let me make this personal appeal to you. No matter what your father has done to you, forgive. Give him another chance. Let's see if he will get it right. As we celebrate Father's Day, may I plead that wherever you are, can we stand and give an ovation to every responsible man, every good father, every real man who doesn't hit a woman, who doesn't abuse a woman, who is responsible and doesn't abuse and abandon his children. May we applaud such men. Happy Father's Day to all men.
Happy Father's Day to all men.
Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.